Hey, it's been a little bit, but hey, SIDRIK and SIDRA here for Comparative Reasoning. And she was stoked by listening to Ring of Fire's Mike Papantonio and Farron Cousins talk about why people are voting the way they are, with 7% or more people voting away just because a celebrity says so, and some other things like that. So what's on your mind, girl?
So yeah, they were talking about all the various celebrities who supported Harris and how they have to be humiliated. I'm guessing because Harris lost. One, that's stupid. Candidates lose. Being humiliated over it, even if you threw the weight of your reputation and money behind it. I mean, you should have kind of expected the possibility of a loss. It's an election. It's not a selection of who's going to be. It's an election. But the problem that I have with everything is not them talking about how ill-informed voters are and how they're likely to be swayed by what a celebrity says. We already knew that, so that's moot. The problem I have with it is they were talking about the celebrities like, because they're celebrities, they're not capable of having educated thought or to critically think, oh, these aren't rocket scientists. They didn't take political science. They went straight elitist.
Yep.
I was like, what?
You mean tell me you can't go into theater arts and then take a political science class? You can't do that?
Just because you happen to get in a profession where you might just make a whole lot of money, suddenly you're stupid? That doesn't make any sense.
That's almost like saying because you became a career politician, you don't know what the common person goes through.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing is a monolith. We're always forced to say we can't say all white people when we're talking about stuff. People get upset when you say white people are racist, and then you don't go and say all white people. So how you gonna come out and be like, oh, these celebrities, they're really dumb as sticks? That's basically what they said. And I'm like, as time passes, that elitism, especially when Farron gets with Papantonio, that it comes out.
Yep.
And he's talking about, they're not worried about their eggs or who's going to do this or who's or insurance or health. And the celebrities may not be. Some of them aren't. Some of them are, because they're not all the same level of celebrity.
Some celebrities do study politics. They do study the ongoings of each day. They do that. It's their side hobby. It might be their side hustle. It might be their main interest, but they know they aren't going to make too much money in that, so they do acting. Or they were acting and decided, why not?
And when you listen to enough of these episodes with Papantonio and listen to some of the things he says, you have to question, do you worry about the price of eggs, Papantonio? Because sometimes they elitists will come out and it doesn't seem like it.
Yep. Jerry Springer, we all know what he was remembered for, but truthfully, he wanted to be a politician. He was very diverse and adverse in politics. That's what he wanted to do. I don't know to what level in terms of mayor, governor, or counselor, or president, or senator.
I think he was a mayor, but something happened and he had to step down or something.
Yeah. But, we don't know, because some people start off at one spot just to, you learn, you grow, you go for a higher office. It's what you do. Usually the vice president isn't always going to be the president. They're just a placeholder just in case. And that's it. They're usually just a placeholder. So I'm just saying what they did, Mike and Farron, man, it's like, are y'all really progressives? Well, Mike is an independent. Farron is alleged a progressive, and Mike you're the best progressive out there. And I'm like, how can you be a progressive and elitist? How can you be both? And people get mad at me. They get mad at me when I call Farron out for stuff like this, but why not?
They condemn people for living in a bubble, but they're in one too.
Yes. If you have to protect somebody from criticism, that is almost a personal cult. Now, if you are protecting them because you can, let's just say this to know how serious it can be. If you can prove in a court of law while the person saying what they're saying is wrong, fine. Fine. You're just trying to correct things and make it right. But if you're just going to defend someone just because someone says something bad about somebody you like, that's like a cult mentality. That's what that is. That's you might be good in a cult if you're not already in one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Farron Cousins, no one's perfect. You can say a lot of bad things about me. You can say a lot of bad things about any and every person because no one should be like someone else. You might have some same interests, but you shouldn't be just like somebody else. I really think that's one of those absolutes. You should not be able to find someone on this planet that is so much like you that you could switch places. You just look different. There shouldn't be anyone like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that all you want to say?
Yeah, and this isn't in defense of celebrities, because they're putting celebrities that get on everybody's nerves. I get that, but it's just throwing them all in one pot like that. You can't do that with anything or anyone because it's not always going to be like that.
Yeah, Mike.
There's no way.
I mean, you're a lawyer, right? You're a trial lawyer. What do you know about politics? Why are you talking about politics? Why are you talking about statistics like that? You just go in the courtroom, defend some people, fight for some causes, and get off the air. How about that then?
Yeah, and that would be wrong.
Yes, it would.
It would be wrong. So to listen to them do that to others just because they're celebrities or just because they're rich and well off, it's like, okay, so now we're back to hating the rich for being rich. Hate the rich because they're screwing up, not just because they're rich.
And look, it's not like they didn't have a lot of good points. It's not like that. They said a lot of good things, but under the guise of some really jacked up things. And that was the issue. You get the answer right on the test for the wrong reasons, you didn't learn anything. It's that simple. But I think we pretty much beat this into the ground. What you think?
Yeah, we covered it.
So this has been SIDRIK and SIDRA for comparative reasoning. And if you did, because this is almost 8 minutes, thank you for listening.